Well, you all asked for it, so here it is. Horfy's pie. Oh wait, sorry. Slip of the tongue. I just get a feeling though you won't have to wait long for that one either. Just got a feeling something's coming. No, today after the video I did on the Soviets looking at how things have changed about, we're doing a non-meta video. Now, you may be wondering what I mean by a non-meta video. Well, see, in Hearthstone 4, it's really easy to fall into the trap of using the same templates, same infantry, same tank division, same doctrines for every single game. But sometimes going non-optimal is the best way to have fun in this game. And we're actually going to start off today by also turning off historical AI focuses, because that is something that only makes things easier. Now, I'm also going to be doing a little thing that I was kind of debating whether or not I would do. I'm going to randomize the doctrines I take. I'm just going to get a random number generator to whatever, thing that we want to click here. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. So we've got like 9 things we can choose in here. I'm not going to go off of our starting one for the Jones, which is mobile warfare, but I will randomly select all of these. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'll put a random number in between 1 and 9, and whatever we land on will be what we're playing with. Obviously, we can't do something like People's Militia, so I'm going to take that one out. But we could still end up with a couple stinkers in here. Looking at you, irregulars. But other than that, we are going to try and use everything I would never realistically ever use in a Hoi 4 playthrough, especially while recording. If I was doing it in my free time, I could probably see myself doing something non-optimal. But in a video, I like to keep things streamlined just so that I can get this recording done, and it doesn't take more than 22 hours. Now, also going non-optimally is also going to be for our tech as well. I'm going to try and look for stuff that I wouldn't usually research and go out of my way to do. So I'm looking at you, armored cars. What can we do with an armored car? I am also going to go with just a historical Germany game just to see if I can win under these circumstances. Obviously, everyone around us is going to be doing whatever they want, but that is just kind of what we're going to have to watch out for. Oh, I also want to build a navy today, and I'm not entirely sure how you do a navy non-meta or non-optimally because, well, there's only really one way to do navy. Oh, I guess what I could do is I could use the historical templates for ships. If you don't know, if you get a new base for a ship, there's usually a historical version of it. So right there, I could put the basic destroyer, and it's not bad actually. So we'll do that for our non-meta designs today. That's going to really suck for things like cruisers, I imagine, because what do we even have in here for light cruisers? Yeah, it's not very good, I will tell you that much. That's the challenge I've decided to slap myself in the face with today. Same will also be for my templates on planes and stuff. I'm gonna try and just not use heavy guns, I guess. I mean, it's really hard to kind of not do what you're supposed to do, but I'll figure it out. I mean, it's really expensive, but I guess if I wanted to do something other than fighters, we could do like medium fighters, but they are technically better than normal fighters. They're just a bit more expensive. So maybe we'll avoid that and try and figure something else out. But technically, just normal fighters are the meta. I'm also going to be looking for stuff in our tech here that I would never really go out of my way to do, and try and make the most of that as well. It's going to be a really weird game, but I'm going to try, okay? We're going to see what we can figure out today. Oh, actually, rocket engines on planes? That seems stupid. Maybe we'll do that. I guess what we end up doing is going to really depend on what doctrine I end up randomly getting. I can already take one now, actually, so let me get the random number generator up. You guys even see this if I bring this over? I don't know. Let's see. Generate, double checking, and we've got ourselves a 1, which would be mobile infantry. That's good. We can work with that. It's not, again, it's not optimal. It's definitely not meta, but we can work with it. I'm really kind of thinking to myself, you know what I never really use is like mechanized. And with mechanized, we could also throw some like armored cars in there, maybe do some rocket artillery as well. That could work. Maybe we'll get lucky and get something else we could use. I think motorized rocket artillery and mechanized is going to be a shout and a half today. Also, maybe a tank. Tanks are also like always going to be super meta. So maybe we wait a bit for those. Like amphibious tanks that we're doing a naval invasion are only going to get used once. I mean, I never use like heavies or super heavies. maybe that's the shout, but, you know, heavy tanks are the meta, so... Enough for another doctrine. There are a couple things we obviously can't do currently. I could wait and get the tech for it, but I want to know what we're doing right now, so it's going to be 1 out of 6, and the generator says 2 flying batteries. I didn't even show that, hold on. Boom, 2. And that does work for the motorized rocket artillery, so we can use that. It's not great for what else we need, but I will take it. It is kind of slotting into place, this mechanized, motorized rocket artillery idea. Oh, damn, things are already changing around us, I'm noticing, as Poland is now the Bermontian Kingdom of Poland. I'm going to keep an eye on that. And the British have exploded under Mosley. It'd be really funny if he loses, actually. Doesn't have a lot of land there. What's the troop count? 737? Holy moly. I hope he loses. Okay, here we go for the armor sub-doctrine. It is another 1 out of 6. We got a 5, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Mobile defense. I don't think I've ever used mobile defense. I mean, yeah, get mechanized infantry, light tanks, recovery, a little bit of breakthrough there, actually. It's not horrendous. Org on support. And yeah, not great, I won't lie. Not great for what we're probably going to be doing today, but I guess, you know, it's not terrible. It's just not what we would have used. He still pulled it off. There he goes. We've got Mosley over there. Maybe he'll join my faction later. You never know. Maybe we've got a friend over there. Don't know what the French are doing. Don't know. Well, I think I know what the Italians might be attempting to do. And for our last doctrine, we get ourselves a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Grand Assault. Again, that doesn't really play into what we are doing today, but it is what has been bestowed upon us. I mean, it's definitely not what I would have picked, but it's one hell of a lineup, I can tell you that much. Oh, that's terrible. Okay, so I just rolled a 4 on our fighter aircraft. I mean, yeah, that sucks. Bro, whatever's dictated by the magical dice on Google. Okay, one thing I've never tried out is the submarine carriers as well. I think I'll give that a whirl today. All I need is basic carrier research and improved submarines. I'm going to save up my points for that one. Oh, I think I've taken a bit too long for Anschluss there. The Kingdom of Czechoslovakia, which is currently just the Czechs, is invading them. We're glad I just threw my army on the Czech border there, because they've also just declared on me. So we got a whole bunch of XP from this, and then we can start designing our division templates. I guess sometimes things just end up going your way, even if you don't exactly intend them to be going your way. Oh, my cast line's just been put on provisional naval bombing. I'm not showing every roll, by the way, but I thought that one was just so useful. I'm not entirely sure what to do with my infantry template. Obviously, we're not on large unit tactics, so we can't really fill this out, but I don't know how I make this more interesting. I think putting things in because our doctrine is just going to hurt us more so than make it fun. I guess what I could do is just throw artillery in. You know, just 2 artillery we'll make it 30 with. Just see what happens. While I'm doing Anschluss, we'll see if I can actually do this before the Austrians lose to the Hungarians, it looks like. Wait, the Beck-Ribbentrop plan. Should we ally with the Polish? I mean, sure. I'll take free land. Think I'm gonna stab you. Wait, they're my puppet as well? What the hell did they just do? What path is this? Oh, okay. They did seek German alignment. I didn't know that puppets them as well, though. Okay. So I think with the historical templates, I'm still going to use them. I'm just going to be allowed to also upgrade the modules on there just so that they're actually, you know, not terrible. But I'm not going to change any of the actual modules. So far, though, I've got the destroyers and cruisers down, but don't worry, I also am actually going to build everything else too. Just haven't built any dockyards yet, so I'm also going to do some panzer ships, and I guess we'll do battleships. God, are we going to get Anschluss in time here? What if they say no? Hopefully they don't say no. Perfect. Yeah, get wrecked Hungary. Should I put like some armored cars or something in here? It's just so pointless, but I want to do something different, you know? Oh, that's so stupid. It's so stupid. Two heavy weapons companies, 2 AA, and then an infantry gun, and 3 armored cars. Oh, this might change later on, but I'm gonna do it. Now, I've got my mech finally researched, and I've got my 1 year ahead of time on the next one, so I'm just gonna start rushing that, and this is gonna be the backbone of all of our pushing today. We're gonna make the rocket artillery mechanized divisions, and I might try and figure out some tanks as well. Oh, but don't forget the famous armored car infantry divisions. Okay, I got pretty okay in the infantry department, but the air department is just getting aerial recon. I can even do my... Oh my god, I can't even do my medium fighters if I wanted to. I still need to figure out what I'm doing with the air. I haven't done anything. So the Germans do have a pretty cool focus where you can refit convoys into something called the Hilfscruiser, which is a little cruiser that's usually not that good. Funnily enough, if you just make a basic template called Hilfscruiser and just make it super overpowered and hit that decision, by the way, it will just give you the damn template that you made yourself, not the one the game spawns, which is this. It's an old glitch, I guess, exploit in the game that has just been in the game so long at this point that I don't think it's ever going to leave the game. Obviously, not going to do that today, but I am going to spawn in all these Hilf cruisers. Maybe I'll go out of my way to refit them, but obviously I don't think I can. I guess I could. You know, we do have an early cruiser template. That sucks. That's just objectively not what I wanted, but it is better. So I guess we could refit them. I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to keep hitting this button. And also, it says it takes like convoys, but I don't think it actually ever takes your convoys. Check it out. It also uses XP, which I also think it doesn't take. So 20 convoys, 10 XP. It didn't take either. Yeah, I think 3 armored cars, by the way, is definitely a bit of an ambitious gamble for our infantry. We're going to knock that down until we have a few more of these. Just put 1 in there for now. I thought these armored cars would be way cheaper, by the way. They're not cheap enough for us to put these in the infantry. We're going to have to take them out. We'll come back to this idea, though, later on. What else should I put in here? What's cheap? What's stupid? There it is, the submarine carrier. Never have I ever used this, I think, in my life. Let's see what it's about. I've landed on this thing. We have 38 organization. It sucks. We've got an artillery, a rocket artillery, and anti-air, and we're combat with 31. Isn't it beautiful? I have to produce so much just random crap everywhere. I do have a plan for the fighters eventually, but right now I've just put a heavy, a light, and a cannon on it. It's just going to have to do for now until I get my secret weapon. Oh, by the way, we do also have that mech motorized rocket artillery division. It's it's certainly something. So once I get the actual motorized version of the super heavy artillery as well, I'm going to put that in there on top of everything else. So we'll see if this works. So for my both heavy cruiser and battleship kind of hull we're going to have for the Navy, I do have the 2 battleships already queued up. I'm going to use the pocket battleships. We'll see if they end up being any good though. I mean, they are just going to be, you know, screens for the heavies or whatever, but they also like not a great design here, but it's what I'm working with. So I'm about to declare war. I've just noticed though, popular front block is pretty huge. The French and the Russians are allied, and we are technically, well, my faction I think is already at war with them because the Mexicans are in it and they declared on Chile. The Dutch aren't in it yet though, so I'm just gonna declare on them, see if they join. But look at that, the mech's already paying off so damn fast. Capitulated immediately. Oh, I just got the Fate of Yugoslavia event. And I didn't realize they had done their decentralized path, which means I just annexed the actual tag of Yugoslavia, and now all of these guys are free. Oops. Okay, here's the secret weapon for the fighters. I'm going to put the large cannons on them. They just absolutely destroy the agility, but that's so funny that you can actually put them on. I don't think I've ever used large cannons on anything, so we'll see if the agility hit will actually be worth it. It definitely won't, because the meta template, if I'm just using heavy guns, would give me more agility and the same air attack. Working under the constraints we have though, so Never used these before, so I'm really not too sure what to put on them. I guess some naval bombers, right? I mean, that's what my doctrine wants, because if you remember, my cast line is literally just naval bombing. I don't know if it counts for this. I doubt it does. It's probably still in here. By the way, this was our full lineup for that. That's what we ended up getting, and this is what we ended up getting here. Both terrible. He's finally go to war, by the way, in 1942, almost 1943. I am just waiting for my mech to train. It was going to be really interesting here. See if my navy can actually do anything. It's definitely not what I would have built, but I'm going to work with it, and as you can see, it's mostly just all those convoy converts, so it might look like a massive fleet, but it's a little bit deceivious. The deception is definitely running high here today. If we need to as well, I'm going to do escort carriers, considering I think we can actually get out quite a few of these panzer shifts, so they will do a lot of heavy screening for them. Yes, look at that. The mech are actually doing really damn well, and I am happy for it. We're in for a bit of a race to the capitulation here, as the Italians have just ran up here, and I'm currently running down here. And guess what? I beat them to it. The mech is definitely the absolute powerhouse for us still. The infantry, though, is surprisingly also working. Not that it shouldn't. I mean, it does have a lot of soft attack. Do just get de-orged very fast. So we do get the added bonus of them just being so damn fast. Just break through the lines before they can even react. Alright, so before I go ahead and push into the Soviets, who are about to be capitulated by the Japanese anyway, by the looks of things, I'm going to try and just retake, well, not retake, I'm going to try and take North Africa just so I can get into the Med if I need it. See what I'm on about? I'm already allied. Well, not allied. I'm not against the British, so I can do whatever I want through the Suez. But I guess I've already set the plan up now. Oh, because I think it's Iceland or Communist Australia. Okay, well, it's definitely not Communist Australia. So Iceland's doing the revolts in Iceland, in the UK, sorry, from Iceland, which means the UK is no longer the Union of Britain because they've lost their tag of the UK, and now they are just England. But because they're fascists, they're now Albion. It's so complicated, but they want to join my faction, so I'm getting them in. Okay, secured North Africa and our access into the Med. I just gave it to the British there, or Albion, as they are currently called. Now I'm just going to leave and go finish off the Soviets before it's too late. By the looks of things, I think it's already too late. Knowing those, I've not been able to engage any big navies. I mean, actually, I say that. I've finally taken a naval battle, and I've won it, but it was just the French moving 3 of their ships. Yeah, technically, I've won a naval battle, but that's not good enough. We are fighting the US, though, so I'm going to hopefully have a little fight with them at some point. I really want to just test out this absolutely insane navy I'm building. I also finally have those escort carriers as well, so these are going in as well. I don't think, is there a historical template for these? Historical, boom, there you go. It's not great at all, but it's cheaper chips, boy, fellas. It's worth nothing. I do have these submarines as well, just getting produced. A little bit more expensive, 2,100 production costs, so I don't have a lot of them, but I don't know what to do with these things at all. I guess if anyone's ever tried out submarine carriers before, what's the gimmick here? Like, how should I be using these? The only thing I can really think of is obviously just using them for the naval bombers on them, but you're going to need so many of them because 18 naval bombers, it's not a lot to get stuff done with. I've diplo-annexed the Poles there through the autonomy system, and now it's time for us to fight the Russians. I think there's much really left for us to fight, though. Who we got to capitulate here? Is it just, yeah, it is literally just the Soviets, and I have 29% participation, actually. I thought it'd be much lower. Oh, Brazil just declared war on me, and Japan. Thank you, Brazil. Sure, we'll get to work on that. Well, there's not really anything to stop me in the Soviets. They were stuck in their permanent civil war, which they actually did lose. So I'm assuming the AI was trying to do either Trotsky or the Bukharin or something. I don't know. Wasn't paying attention. But that only just ended a year or so ago, I think. Yeah, Soviets are very, very weak, which is great for my eardrums. Thank you, massive event. So it's not too much of a show for our grand mechanized, motorized rocket artillery, but they are doing pretty well. Can we just get into Moscow? Fellas, I don't want to excite you, but you may have seen this one before. Your childhood is over, though. I've not even looked at my north here, and I've just realized the Confederated Finno-Russian Republics What is this? Is this a path I've just never done or ever lucked up? What the hell is this? I do not remember this one. I don't know if I like this or not. That wasn't too bad. I think this peace conference is going to get a little bit messy, though. There are things I need to make sure I take, like all that tungsten, because we need tons of this tungsten. Oh my god. Okay, I'm noticing there's a bit of an expansion of British India here. Just, I ain't too sure about that. Am I going to stop it, though? No, of course not. All right, let's go try and find the US Navy. Now we got the British in our faction. We can dock in their ports, and we'll see if we can cause a bit of commotion. I'm too scared to use these submarines. They're just going to get sunk. Where do I put them? Got my first few escort carriers out, so we're going to get those in the fleet as well. We haven't found a single American fleet. There's a couple in here, but we just cannot spot them. Doctrine did I even get for this? Floating airfields. Is that any good? I mean, it's not optimal. But that's only not optimal because we don't get the one that gives us light attack and light task force. I mean, carrier overcrowding, we could put more carriers in. That's about it. Which actually, yeah, that's 100% what we kind of do need, considering I am making escort carriers, and we're going to have quite a few of them. Well, that worked. Hold on. We just actually got a naval battle, and we won. Wow. I mean, it's not much of a battle, but we won it. Oh, wait, no, yeah, we are really winning. To be fair, we are so overstacked compared to them, but where's your fleet, America? That's on you, not on me. I'm going to bring out those submarines as well. I don't know what they're going to do, but they're coming over. Americans just keep bringing task force in and not learning their lesson at all here. Our submarines just immediately got kind of destroyed there by naval bombers, which they should technically, yeah, do, because that's a pretty shallow sea, right? So yeah, they're gonna get seen immediately. I don't know what to do with them. If we just use them as normal like raiders, that seems kind of like against the point, I guess. But we'll try it out. We'll send you out into the ocean where you will actually do well. Oh, pride of the fleet for the Americans was just a heavy cruiser, the USS Pittsburgh. Why? And then they immediately made another one, the USS Minneapolis, and that's also gone. Okay, yeah, the fleet is obviously doing pretty well, but it's also only really doing well because the US just isn't engaging with any of their actual fleet. I also just got Alf Landon jump scared there. In all fairness, the Americans don't have the rest of their fleet. It got beaten at some point. They're only fighting the Did you lose to the Japanese? What did you do? That explains why I can't find the rest of the American fleet. The only other thing I can think of is maybe the US got naval disarmed by the British when they did the treaty, potentially, but where have they lost their navy? Right, either way, I think it's time we go in. I'm going to call the British into this one and the rest of the gang, and the mechanized rocket artillery is going to pop. Our air can do as well. So I imagine the Americans do actually have... Oh yeah, also I am unironically using scout planes considering we got the scout doctrine. So I'm trying to put it to work. Thing is, you obviously don't get any mastery for going on a scout mission, right? So, or do you? I don't know. Like, do I actually have to just use mediums to get this up? Which is really funny considering it gives a scout bonus. Unsurprisingly, on engagements, our agility is just worse than everyone else's because, well, I have... what do I actually currently have on these fighters? Where even are they? There they are. Yeah, I just have 4 large cannons strapped to these. I can't even put any of the modules on the bottom here because we're already at our thrust capacity. Absolutely disgusting. Just disgusting. Yeah, and the 31 with infantry, it's working. Like, it is straight up working. Unfortunately for people who probably thought it wouldn't. I mean, yeah, look, the carriers do actually use the naval bombers. The carriers, the submarine carriers, I should specify here, are actually using the naval bombers, so... I mean, is it better than just a submarine at this point, though? I guess maybe if it came in contact with, you know, something a bit beefier, like a destroyer or something, it'd probably fare a little better, but it seems a bit overkill. Especially because these are like 2K production a pop. You can't get a lot of these out, and you could definitely get out some actual submarines and do way more with way more of them. But that would be beside the point of the video, wouldn't it? We're here to, let's just say, you know, do the opposite of what we would ever usually do. Just frontlining across America. I'm still annoyed I haven't fought a proper naval battle, so we're either going to fight the British or the Japanese next. The Japanese are looking pretty powerful, so I think it's it's going to be them. I actually found myself a reason to fight the Japanese as well. They actually got quite a bit on the participation there, so we're going to be able to take quite a bit. Maybe the Japanese did sink the Navy then, because that is a lot of points to have for what I'm assuming is not a lot of combat. I haven't seen them anywhere fighting. Other than Pearl Harbor, they managed to take that, so they must have sunk their navy. They did. They actually declared on me as well. I think we've all seen where this one goes. Already had a small battle with the Japanese there, just 8 destroyers, nothing crazy. I do want to take a big battle, and the Japanese do still have their fleet for now. Stuff though, just gonna re-secure America. We're actually taking battles here, and yeah, nothing huge. Ooh, got a battleship though. Yeah, actually, we're catching like everything. I don't know what the Japanese are doing with their navy. I feel like they fixed the navy at some point where the AI would actually take and pull their fleet out to fight and not just patrol like this and just lose their ships, but maybe they reverted that because they've been sucking recently. Navy though, confirmed good. We are also still just raiding with the submarines. I don't know what else I'm supposed to do with them. I'll be real with you. I mean, never them raiding, but they're doing okay. I don't think I've lost any yet. We're kind of at the point with the stockpile now that, oh my god, I haven't looked in here in a while. I think I'm just going to start converting a bunch of my infantry now into these motorized rockets. Look at all the crap we need to put in here. Should have also, a long time ago, actually done the rocket research so that I can get the attack boost that you actually get from doing the research here. And maybe also made another fighter with a rocket engine on. We've still got time. We've still got time. Let's see what these little rockets can do. It looks like they're doing... speed! Yeah, it's genuinely the best thing we have done so far today. Just look at them go. Whee! I mean, they're really not bad. 623 soft attack. That's insane. They've still got 56% hardness as well, so they're kind of like a light tank-esque build. I mean, they have no armor. We probably could have maybe put like a tank in here if we really cared. Maybe heavy AA, but that is meta, and we're not doing it. And we finally took an actual naval battle there, but I missed it, unfortunately, but we did just completely deck on them. The British were in there, but did we? Yeah, that was all us. And did the British even do anything? I don't think they did anything, did they? I think that was literally all us. And so if you're ever scared of building Navy in Hoi 4, just unironically go with the historical templates and upgrade them, because you'll just smash everything. You gotta remember as well, like pretty much the majority of those cruisers are just those crappy spawning ones. I mean... I never retrofitted them at all. They're still terrible. I did upgrade, keep going with my tech a bunch on them. So did they get like a light attack boost? No, they're still a 5 light attack. They suck, man. They literally suck. Also finally brought the submarines over. We'll see if they do anything. I mean, I'm going to try and see if they get into a battle, even if they survive a bit more or a bit less. If anyone actually uses submarine carriers and you know how you're supposed to use these things, other than maybe just being annoying, you know, getting a whole bunch of them and then just bringing them up to port strike an enemy's fleet, maybe them running away, I can see that being useful, but that's about it. Even so, there's better ways of doing that. Way more cost-effective ways, I can say, because these things are so expensive. Well, there you go. Let me put speed down. How is this going? So they are in, and our naval bombers are also in, and they're just running away because they can't do anything to me. If this was destroyers, though, I imagine they probably would have bombed me. And we still get the convoys. Okay, I was kind of hoping to see if we'd get any damage done on this, but yeah, nothing. Literally nothing. Kind of sucky. Did we hit it all? No, it's all just convoys. Okay. Well, still lost on what the hell these submarines do. I'll stick around for a naval battle, but we're going in now. Naval invasion time. Let's see if I'd be feeling the burn on this infantry at this point, but no, they've actually been okay. I've not really felt any different. I'm gonna be real with you. There you go, sunk a couple more Japanese ships there, and I think that's just Japan gone and done with very quickly. Not too much to say there, but we do have to also deal with the Russian Imperial Protectorate. Now, where would that be? Oh my god, what is that? What? Seriously? In my videos, I'm just going to start doing random crap just like this, and then every time, you know, there's like a Reddit thread or a YouTube comment that's just like, actually, that's actually quite doctrine you should be using iSorrowproductions. I'm just going to start physically vomiting into the microphone and see if they keep up with what I'm laying down. Sorry, buds, but the meta's here, and it looks a hell of a lot like a headache. The escort carriers being this cheap means we're gonna, even with the debuff in the doctrine, I think we're a little bit overcrowded with the carrier. There's like another challenge I could do where I just actually fully, completely randomize all of my build as well. I think that might be pretty funny, but this was pretty randomized already. Although, to be fair, I think we got pretty lucky for what I wanted to do anyway. This could have been way worse. I mean, I got screwed on literally every other doctrine, but this one was okay. I really don't have too much to complain about with this. Mobile infantry, I mean, it's whatever. It's not great. It's not horrendous for what we wanted to do, but that's the point. If we hadn't ended up on large unit tactics, I probably would have just restarted and, well, not restarted, probably would have ruled that one out and just rolled again. Flying batteries, though, exactly what I did want, though, for those rocket artillery. And they have helped quite a bit, if you can't tell. And our motorized storm of rockets are going. God, as well, I can actually just change them to the rocketry icon, so we can actually look at them go firing their little rockets. I mean, I don't know what that guy was firing into, but it's nothing. You'll probably get your own guy. Ooh, nice. I think I'm going to leave it off there. I could fight the British, but yeah, don't think we need to. Well, that was not bad at all. I thought that was going to go way worse than it did. Again, we got pretty lucky with this doctrine, to be fair. But that wasn't the point about getting lucky with the doctrine. The randomization was just trying to push us in a way of making a build that would be interesting to work with. And the mechanized rocket artillery build was certainly interesting. And our infantry division is just honestly a mess. But it worked. It did work. Sort of threw everything in there and went to 31 combat width, which is definitely not what you should do. But it does work, so you can do it. Navy as well. I'd say don't do it, but it clearly works, so do it. Pocket battleships, escort carriers, the historical cruisers and destroyers. Apparently, that's all you need to beat the AI. And I had a hell of a fun game. And I hope you enjoyed watching it too, because it was, I think it was a pretty long video, actually, damn. But if you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe it down below. Let me know if you did, if you didn't. If you want to see me do a completely randomized build, including what goes in my divisions completely, feel free. Tell me that's what you want and leave a like down below. But till next time, goodbye.